fire roads failed to capture any trace of his truck or person. With no sightings, no physical evidence, and no activity on Thomas's credit cards or cell phone, the investigation began to stall. Then, in early November 2012, about 3 weeks after his disappearance, Julia. It was unsigned, but Julia insisted the handwriting belonged to Thomas. She turned the letter over to the authorities. In December 2013, 6 months after Thomas's disappearance, Julia left the couple's rural home and relocated to Wilmar, Pennsylvania, about 40 miles south. The move coincided with a job transfer from the county clerk's office to a new administrative role at the housing authority. Julia sold the house and leased a small apartment. That same month, she filed a claim on Thomas. Did not seek survivor benefits or file for a formal death certificate. Former neighbors described Julia as becoming withdrawn after Thomas vanished. She avoided casual conversation, stopped making eye contact, and began using her maiden name, Julia Reed, in with expired Pennsylvania plates, had been pulled over. The driver, a white male, estimated to be in his early 50s, had no ID, and identified himself verbally as David Marks, but he had no proof to back it up. Due to the to belong to Caleb Dunn. The blood residue, although degraded, tested positive for human blood with partial markers consistent with the Dunn family profile. Following standard protocol, the search area was extended to include the perimeter of the backyard near the rear fence line. Officers located a shallow burial site. Inside was a rusted metal box containing several of Caleb's personal items. His Pennsylvania hunting license, valid through 2013, a pair of worn work boots, and a broken
On March 12th, 2021, Julia Delaney was found guilty on all charges: conspiracy to commit murder, insurance fraud, and obstruction of justice. Ray Monroe was found guilty of being an accessory to fraud and tampering with physical evidence. Sentencing was scheduled for the following month. Both defendants were remanded into custody without bond. Outside the courthouse, Melissa Delaney, Thomas's sister, made a brief statement. They told the world he walked away. Now, the truth has walked back in. On April 14th, 2021, sentencing was handed down in Luzerne County Court. Julia received 25 years in a Pennsylvania State Correctional Facility, with no eligibility for parole for the first 17 years. Judge Celia Horton complex cold case convictions in recent Pennsylvania history. In partnership with IBEW, Local 1249. Lycoming County. She is ineligible for parole review until 2038. Ray Monroe is serving his sentence at SCI Benner Township in Center County. Per court order, the two are prohibited from any form of direct or third-party communication for the duration of their incarceration. Thomas's remains have not been recovered. Multiple searches, both official and privately coordinated, have failed to identify a burial site or physical location tied definitively to his death. Law enforcement has not disclosed any ongoing search operations. As of 2024, his body remains unfound. The 1,999 Ford F-150th, the vehicle Thomas was last seen driving, remains in state custody. Repainted, weathered by time, and stripped of plates, it sits in a secured